normally designing, which anybody artistic will be able to relate, yeah, you get like these random little spurts at the worst times, like the most inopportune times, and you're like, I gotta draw. Well, today is not one of those days. Today is one of the days where I need to take this model here, which that is exactly what we have here with that neck tube. And I need to change it into controllers that actually mount, geometry that actually fits properly with that front wheel, a control panel that actually connects onto the back side, whole bunch of different changes there. So I'm gonna see if I can't grind it out. I'm not super confident, but I guess I'm just gonna see where it takes me and give it a go this morning. I present to you the design that will for sure not be happening the way it is, but let's see what it's gonna look like in real life. I got the control panel, I got it to bolt into the neck tube, it bolts in. It's kind of crazy. It has these like extendo arms in it. It's a little makeshift. These have some thread right there that they'll go into. Everything's sized for the inserts. I have an actual deck plate. So all I'm doing right now is I'm chopping it up to fit in the printer. So I'll try to print this section down here, and let's see if that goes in right now. I could print all this in 3 prints. 1, 2, 3. So let's see whatever is gonna take, because it's 10:43 a.m. Let's see whatever's gonna take until about bedtime, and then I'll rip the next one. Why do I always do that? It's the same day, it's not the morning, but our first print's technically just finished, and then I'll show you after we take these out what I've been working on. So Sebastian and I worked on this for a bit, and originally I wanted to keep these clamps tight together, but I'm kind of of the opinion now, like, let's just do what naturally is the best. So we might actually try to spread these apart more. You can see this head tube is kind of sticking out right there. So if I make this taller, the head tube taller, the neck tube gets taller, and then I can kind of like give it a better angle. So this is a whole new model. This is like a V2 of what we're printing right now. And it has the control panel, and then the control panel kind of goes over, and then it has an inlet for the wiring. So there's still some things that are off. This whole corner area is off, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. And then Sebastian had the idea to pull this deck plate forward and just force the weld that's here down, and then you can pull the deck plate forward to the front of the deck, which I think is a great idea. So we removed those like fins that went up here, and I think it's like a better version like of the scooter. So like that's kind of sick. So I wasn't actually gonna like grind it out, but I'm glad I did. So the next things we're gonna do, I gotta pull up those printing plates again, get the next print going. We're gonna do that, and then we're actually going to print like a really tall one of these. We'll print 2. We'll print 1 for this model right here that we're working on, so that we have that, and then we'll also print 1 more that's as tall as this, which is even taller. So shoot that. Oh yeah, I'm going to disable this. I'm going to save this. Saved. This is a little bit taller, like we were talking about. It's not as tall as we were talking about, but I still think it looks pretty good. Next thing, we have a round of revisions to do. So this one's done. On to the next. I called it, like as soon as this one's done printing, you already have better ideas. So I think it's just one more revision and try to do like one step further refinement, see where that takes us. So step by step, we're gonna get this thing done. And I was actually daydreaming the other day, like, I think this will be a really cool project, like a cool piece altogether. I think it's gonna be really special. I'm excited. All right, I don't wanna start sketching again because it's not often that fun, but we gotta do it. It's the only way to get it going. It's the only way. So I'm gonna go sketch right now. Oh, actually, first the B-roll shot for Sebastian. I have been absolutely jamming out on the computer. I'm so glad I got back into it. Yeah, check this out. Like, yo, I got the really nice looking control panel. I ended up with a bolt in the top, a bolt on the bottom. Top one would be power button here. The bottom one of those two would be the charging port. This whole radius section here is like lined up and super clean. And then this side of the top bolt is where the front motor controller could go in, just like our original sketch here. And then on this side, you're talking the handlebar wire. It's super good. You can even see like this chamfer like goes around and is like, gosh, it's so clean. There's still a little bit of that knife edgy extrusion like here and here. Yo, it's freaking amazing. We just got to get this baby printed. It's gonna be a few days of printing again. So good. Yes. The way that I made this time is I gave this neck tube a couple little indents, and I have the same indents on this, and that'll position it about that good, which is all we need for the print. I think it's it. Small changes will be required. But I really think that this is the simplest, most badass way to get this done. I'm pretty happy with it. Went with the taller head tube. So we increased it 20 millimeters more than what the increase was over Mad Max. So I think we're 30 millimeters over in height, which is, a little over an inch and a quarter. But it's worth it. And then the neck tube's not too skinny. It also feels good. I think we might want to increase tire clearance a little bit behind the rear tire, which will also make the neck tube thicker. We're not going to go into that. The deck plate shape going up to the front, shout out Sebastian, thanks dude. That was great how he suggested like burying that front cap, the weld from the front plate, like bring it lower, burying, and then bringing that deck plate forward. That looks super clean. The whole intersection between like kind of like the corner of the controller through the control panel to the other controller, also super clean. And then I really appreciate the fact that the cutout on the deck is like a simple U. I think that is also like really nice that it's not like jaggedy like some of the old ones were. There were definitely some that were like cut jagged. But yeah, I mean, I think this is like, it's kind of funny, like up here, these are like my original renders. So these were more than a year ago, actually. Were they? Yeah, more than a year ago, because I think that was from like January 2023. And I thought like that, like the Y neck and everything was the way to go. And like, I was like, we have to make this original sketch like the reality. But then I think in reality, like actually, we needed to like figure out the best way to accomplish my goals. And so I think we did it. So yeah, shout out Mad Max for making me realize that there was a different way to go about what I wanted to do, and it's way more badass. Wow, that is sick.